Hey everybody, it's Dalton. Back out here at Nacimiento fishing on this fine Monday morning. Just got one on a worm. Had a couple of bites on the worm and kept missing them, just a little guy. Right now just kind of testing the shallow water bite before I move out to a little bit deeper water. Throwing that Senko, weightless Senko. This time I put it on 12-pound test. It'll sink down a little bit better. So we'll see what kind of a day I come up with today. Water temps out here right now. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning. Water temps are 66 degrees. Water clarity is really good. Like I say, it's a second good bite I got on this worm. Just kind of testing these little rocky points. And I'm going to start looking at the flats and see what's going on there. I like the aggressive bite this morning. They hit the worm pretty aggressively, and then they're hitting this swim bait really nice. Such a beautiful swim bait right here, as well as that jig head. It looks just like a minnow. So I've got a couple of different swim baits tied on today. I like to cover water with a swim bait, especially out here with all this open water. I don't really need a crankbait as much. This is a good crankbait on these calm mornings. I can cover a lot of water. Seems like they're kind of dipped down over here. It flattens out and then it dips down, and that's where that one was. Let's see if there's any more over there. There we go. There's some bait running around here. I can see them surfacing. Got me a nice fat one right here. Yeah, this is a nice fish right here. Good chunky bass. Get over here and get him. There's a lot of bait over here. And come here, bud. That's not a bad one right there. I see all kinds of bait just surfacing right on the water. Little tiny bait fish. Got me a nice fat one there. Beautiful fish. Just throwing this swim bait around. If they surface, if they start surfacing, and I start seeing a little bit of surface activity, I've got my top water ready. I haven't seen too much of that. Temperature out here has dropped. You know, it was over 70 degrees, and some places 73 to 75 degrees, and it really dropped down to, you know, like 65, 66 degrees. So it really changed the topwater out here for me. That's all right. My graph is lit up right now, so there's a lot of fish sitting right here. There he is, right there. Yeah, that's a nice one too. Boy, he just came just as I started to reel it in. He just came and took it. Oh yeah, that's a nice bass right there. So what I did is I threw my 3-inch swim bait now, and I got this just beautiful chunky spot right here. And he waited till I got all the way up to the boat. But I got this on a 3/8 head, so I can get this down there a little bit deeper. Let's see what's going on over on this side. And what I'm doing with this one, the other one I was keeping it kind of high in the water column, and they were coming up for it. This one here, I just kind of let it drop to the bottom, and I just reel really, really slow. And then every once in a while, I'll just give it a, there he is right there. As soon as I did that, just as soon as I did that little reel, whatever you want to call it, jump the bait, he came right up and got it. There we go. This is a great time of year for a swim bait. All these little baby fish running around and all the spawning. Well, hello there, white bass. Yeah, he hit that really good. Come here, buddy. Come here, you. Little old fat white bass. There he went. Okay. All right. There we go. There's a topwater bass. Came up and hit that wake bait. You guys already know how much I love that wake bait. And they were splashing out there, and I went out there and chased them. And by the time I got there, they were done. So then I came back over here, and it's not that they're splashing. There's just bait kind of on the surface. And yeah, it was good to get a topwater bite already this morning. I've only been fishing for a little over an hour, and I've already caught quite a few fish. So these fish are really aggressive today. It's supposed to be rain out here tomorrow, so I always like that prefrontal, that day or two before the rain. I like to come fishing. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them over here. I'm having to move quite a bit, as you can see, but it's paying off because they're moving quite a bit. Oh, another nice chunky one right there on that little 2.5-inch swim bait. Yep. I just moved from over there, and now they're back over there. That was fun. So I switched to the Berkeley Chapo, and they were kind of non-committed to the wake bait. They were just slapping at it. So I thought, okay, I'll just change up topwaters, put that Berkeley Chapo on. Makes a lot. Look how fat that fish is. Yeah, they're still spawning. They are definitely still spawning. And throw this thing around, makes a lot of noise. I'm just launching it out there. It's really not very deep out there. It's only 10, 12 feet. Water clarity, they'll come up 20, 30 feet for a topwater out here. There he is. Oh, don't you love the visual of a topwater? Here goes that bait, and just going along, and then here he comes, and then bam! I tell you something funny kind of happened just a few minutes ago. There's a truck up on the hill. He was honking his horn, and I thought, well, maybe he's trying to get my attention. And nice fat one right there. I thought, well, maybe he's trying to get my attention. So I was going to go over there. He's way up on the hill. And all of a sudden I saw these cows over here take off running. And they just started running, and now they're over here. I think he's honking for those cows. I think when he honks his horn, the cows respond to it. It's the coolest thing. They're making their way over there. There he is right there. Another one came up for it. Oh, he jumped. I thought he was going to spit it out. Woo! Just came right up for it. That's what's so much fun with these prop style baits, because you can covers so much water, casting all over the place. And some of these little ones are still pre-spawners. They got big old fat bellies, bright eyes. They're still laying eggs out here. There he is. This one here down about 10 feet. Nice bass on a swim bait right here. Moved areas. This little area right here is a cut along this flat. And I have caught so many fish in the summertime in these areas right here along these flats, finding the cuts, getting outside them, because what happens, you got the shallow water up there and it drops off pretty fast. Like right now I'm in 12, but just go a few feet and you're already 18 to 20, 25 feet. So these fish just go in and out. And a lot of times they'll try to trap the bait up against these banks. So it's a great place to throw swim bait, top water, drop shots, whatever you want to throw. So before I come out, about a day or two before I decided to come out, and like I say, this is a day before what is supposed to be a one-day storm tomorrow. I like to fish before a storm. I will check the weather, check the wind. The wind's starting to kick up. It's only 10:15. But right around 10:30, 11 o'clock, wind is supposed to come up pretty good. And then later on today, around 14 miles an hour, which isn't terrible, what usually gets you are the wind gusts. So I've got a spinner bait ready for that, maybe even a bladed jig. But here's how I caught them today so far. The Senko, that's how I started this morning, right around the rocky areas. I wanted to see what the shallow bite was. It was okay. It was pretty good. But once I realized that these fish are running and gunning so much, I put it away. I put it down. Not time for slow fishing right now. I'm gonna fish fast the rest of the day. But this is that watermelon slice. That's that color. I did a video, you know, about it looking like a night crawler. I did two different swim bait sizes. This is a Crush City Mayor, but this is white silver. So it really shows up, even in the wind. So when this wind kicks up, I'm still gonna throw these swim baits around. But look at that little head. It fits this 2.5 inch perfectly. Looks just like a little minnow. I'm throwing it on 8-pound test. And the jig head that I'm using is called a 6th Sense Finesse swim bait jig head. Really cool, 3/16. It's been working good. The other swim bait that I threw is the 3-inch Mayor in the exact same color. Only difference, I put it on a 3/8 VMC screw lock head and 12-pound test on a bait caster. And this is what I threw when they were out a little bit deeper. So anywhere up by the bank line out to about, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 feet, I threw the smaller swim bait. When I thought they were out deeper, I threw the heavier swim bait so I could get it down there. I caught a number of them down around 15 to 20 feet. Topwater was once again really good. It kind of slowed down for me a little bit when the weather changed and it dropped the temperature of the water, but it started warming up out here this morning and they came right up. I love it. Strike King wake bait. Started out with this, started catching them with it, but here's what happened. They just started slapping at it and I was missing them. At that point, I'm gonna switch topwaters. So what I did was I went with the big old Berkeley Chapo, which is the size 120. And I really like the Chapo. 30-pound braid, 7'3" medium heavy action rod. Just launching this thing out. And the way I work my topwaters a lot of times, sometimes I just do a chuck and wind, just straight retrieve. Typically I don't do that. What I do is I launch it out, I let it sit on the water for just a few seconds, and then I pop it. And a lot of times that's when I get a bite. If I didn't get a bite, I start reeling it. I reel pretty slow, and then I speed up, and it goes across the water, and it calls them up. And I'll do that all the way back to the boat, every few feet, and I wind up getting a lot of bites that way. So just another fun day at Lake Nacimiento. Absolutely enjoyed it. There's still a lot of them spawning. I don't know how to determine a lot, to be honest with you, as far as numbers. But I did catch quite a few pre-spawners with big fat bellies getting ready to go up and spawn. So they're still going at it. And like I say, it's been a good spawn this year. Topwater started early, slowed down just a little bit with the temperature drop, but I think it's going to speed back up within the next week or two. It's going to be on fire again. And what I mean by on fire is it's not just when you throw a topwater 3, 4, 5 times and they get a fish. When it's on fire out here, you almost get one every cast. Great topwater lake. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you all. I'll talk to you next time.